Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. Right, so as we all know, most people or a lot of the people who are towards the end game are going to get their second 6-star Ascension on Wednesday. And I already have gotten like a bazillion questions. Which champion will you ascend and so on and so forth. And truth be told, kind of a month ago, before all the news dropped, my answer was fairly clear. I want to do Kingpin or Scorpion, probably. Those are like the most likely champions that I was going to ascend. However, with all the things being announced and all the new stuff, primarily Necropolis, I realized that I'll probably want to sit on my Primordial Dust for a couple of weeks. I think it works out sitting on them for exactly 2 weeks. And that's the plan at the moment, unless I completely give in. And the reason for that is we do not know exactly what is going to be needed and required for Necropolis. And whilst we all like to think that our roster has, a lot of depth and stuff like that, you never know which champion is going to perform extraordinarily there. And that is also the champion I'll probably be trying to ascend, because obviously I'll be trying to do Necropolis the fast I can, as fast as I can, and also as cheaply as I can. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm going to be going the cost-efficient route, because none of you want that. You guys want to see me blitz through it as quickly as possible, run my head against the wall, bang my head in all sorts of roadblocks so you don't have to, right? At the same time, I still want to do it, without spending too much and, hopefully with my stash and, a minimal amount of units required. And I do have some of those set up already. And we, again, do not know exactly what we will need for it. And there are quite a few champions that do look like they could be a great help. Like, it would absolutely break my heart, but, for instance, Baron Zemo is the MVP of Necropolis. I'd rank 5 him and ascend him. If I can't rank 5 him immediately, I'd still ascend him just to help me do more damage and spend less revives, if he's, let's say, one of the MVPs. And at the moment, mine is sitting at rank 4, and, that's not the highest rank either. Another option that, potentially seems like could do really, really well, Kate Bishop, because a lot of people forget that Kate is crazy good in long-form content, because once you completely ramp her up with all of her passives and everything else, she does monster amount of damage per tick. There are all the Caltrops things working out for her, and so on and so forth. And obviously shutting down the Wade, bypassing myths, and so on and so forth. So Kate could potentially be a crazy good option, right? And then we have champions like Shuri. And this would be the most painful thing ever, because I don't have a 7-star Shuri. But if Shuri is, in one way or fashion, the MVP, I'd probably end up taking her to rank 5 and ascending. Yes, that would be quite painful to do. But, if that's what's get me through Necropolis, the best. There's a good option that Omega Sentinel would be very good for long-form content as well, because once you ramp her up, you can keep ramping her up, inflicting more and more incinerates on the opponent, and then doing massive amounts of burst damage. Another champion is Lady Deathstrike. Lady Deathstrike, as not too many of you know, has a massive amount of damage in long-form content where you are able to get her armor ups going. And again, we can keep going on and on and on about champions who could potentially be crazy, crazy good. And might, benefit the most from the Ascension. Especially that could be something in science class as well. So what I'm trying to get at is, I think at the moment, it's wisest just to be a little bit patient. I need 2 weeks. 2 weeks of patience. Now, on the side note, with Necropolis, I do think that Kate is now probably the likeliest candidate for Ascension, because I do think Kate is going to put in quite a bit of work. And if I break, I will probably deviate from my plan to ascend Kingpin or Scorpion in favor of ascending Kate. But we'll see about that. Additionally, we definitely also need to talk about starting to prep for Necropolis, because remember, Necropolis drops on 15th, right? And you can have revives and potions in your stash for 2 weeks. That means in 2 days, on Wednesday, my recommendations could be maybe number 1, obviously start doing Apothecary a day and making sure that you do also all of the 22-hour solo events, so you get those revives in. Additionally, one more thing that I could do myself is I'm going to do a completion run of not Thronebreaker, Cab, and Uncollected difficulties, and perhaps grab those revive and item bundles from there, because I'm kind of low on boost and energy refills as well. So, and I'm sure those items are going to come into play. So I'm probably picking up 2 of those completion packages as well, just because before Necropolis, we're going to get a new event quest and we're going to be able to pick them up again. And they definitely represent a great value units-wise, including the boosts, because we will want to boost up for Necropolis fights and everything else. All this is to say, yes, I will obviously be streaming the Necropolis as soon as it launches. The plan is going to be to explore it as soon as humanly possible with, some sleep intermissions. I'll likely be streaming non-stop those days. And I want to be as prepared as I can, because this is also quite a hype event. So until Necropolis launches, I'm not going to be doing any rank ups. I'm just going to be saving my rank up materials. I could take another champion to rank 5 at the moment, for instance, but we're just going to put that aside. We're going to be patient to see what champions might be needed to rank up for Necropolis. I'm going to hold my Ascension, and I'm definitely going to start working on my revives and everything else, which is exactly what I recommend you guys do as well. So remember, do your daily events, do the Apothecary every day. Consider grabbing those 1,000 unit completion bundles from event quests, because there is a solid amount of value. We're definitely going to need plenty of 30% boost, everything else, and you do not want to pay full price for those. And yeah, save your rank up materials and everything else in between. That, more or less, is the plan. Let me know what you guys think, and yeah, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Perhaps name some of the MVPs you are expecting from that content. Some champions you think will shine through. I have been reliably informed that Necropolis is built different from Abyss, where you can't... Sorry about that. Where you can't use a gun for 80% of it, for instance. But definitely let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information